My name is Myra, and I am the owner of Mirrarose Creations. First off, let me say Happy New Year, Happy 2019 to everyone, and I hope everyone is so far making it into a blessed and successful year. Let me explain first why I decided to do this video. I decided to do this video about me, a little bit of get to know me, because this is in honor of my first year of being on YouTube. I'm really excited about that. I know it may not seem like a big accomplishment to everyone else, but it's a huge accomplishment for me. I'm thanking God for that because this was really a God move with me doing YouTube. By nature, I'm very private. I'm a very introverted person. So I don't normally like to put anything about me out there into the airwaves. But since we're doing it, we're going to go ahead and do it. We're going to go ahead and take a leap and see how big this flies. So, first off, my name is Myra Ross Elam. I am 39 years old. I will be 40 this year. I have two children, Maria and Malcolm. Malcolm is 12 years old and Maria is 15 years old. They'll be 16 and 13 this year. So, yeah. All our birthdays are in September. Yeah, that was not planned at all. I became a single parent in 2000. The legit date was 2000, was in 2010 of May. And that's when our divorce was finalized. Mine and my ex-husband's divorce was finalized. And I had to learn to take on the role of being a single parent. But don't mistake it. He is in their lives. He does help out as much as he can and everything. So, and one other thing, I don't ever say anything negative about him. Him and his wife are very good. I love his wife. I love their relationship that they are forming with our children. So we do co-parent. I am the main parent, not the main parent, but they stay with me. And I forgot what it's called. I'll figure it out in a minute. My mind goes blank sometimes, so I do apologize. But I'm the main one that they stay with, and they go over there, and I call them if I need anything. So that is one thing I do want to make clear. Another thing is they are one of the main reasons why I do what I do. A lot of people, if you are on my Instagram, if you're not following me on Instagram, I ask you to do so. Myra.elam is my name. But one of the main reasons I do what I do is because of them. So when I say we, I'm talking about me and my children, and I'm also speaking into my future. And I don't know if some of you know what that means, but you have a lot of power in what you say and the words that come out of your mouth. So I always try to speak life over me, my situation, my children's life, my business, and everything that I do. I started Mirrarose Creations because of them. And I also started Mirrarose Creations because of me. When I was going through my divorce, I realized that I kind of lost who I was when I was married and forgot some things about myself. So in the process of me healing from my relationship with my ex-husband and healing in general, I had to rediscover me. And one of the things that a lot of people know about me, that know me personally, they know I'm an artist. I do paintings, I do sculptures, I've done it all. I love doing it. It is so much fun. That's my relaxation time. And I love to cook. I really do. I do more than just baking cakes. I actually love to make meals. I do a lot of things from scratch. That's one of my biggest things. Like over the holidays, for Christmas, I decided to make us a steak dinner and stuff. It was what I was craving because we had Christmas food. So I didn't want Christmas food all the time. And I like steak. So we did steak. And we enjoyed our night. We looked at another YouTube channel. One of my good friends, Lainey Bass. If you don't know her, go check out her channel. I have people that are important to me in my life, and she's one of them. Her and her husband, Dion. My family back in Georgia, Vicky, Adrian, Tracy. They were all such influential people in my life. And I don't think they realized, Valerie, how much they helped me when I was going through my divorce and discovering who I was again, because there had to be a lot of healing to take place. So, in the midst of my healing, I did remember how much I love to bake. And baking and art put together was a challenge that I really did enjoy, because food is such a fickle medium that you have to have everything almost just right for the perfect sculpture or the perfect design. If I mess up on my royal icing, it's going to crack. It's not going to work. If I don't do this the right way, my buttercream will milk. If I don't do this. So people don't realize the challenge that comes behind it, but I do love the challenge because I like to push myself to do different things and be more creative than what the next person is. I believe that when you do something, you do it all the way. You learn every aspect of what you're doing. And as running a business, I've had to learn every aspect of what I'm doing. So I created Mirrarose Creations channel to kind of give you a little insight into me and how I operate my business. Not as far as the behind the scenes, but how I construct a cake, what I do. My kitchen is going to be dirty when I'm doing cakes, when I'm baking and stuff. One thing that's a misconception is that, oh my God, your whole surroundings will be clean. No, you're constantly cleaning all the time. I mean, all the time. It's ridiculous. I'm tired of cleaning. I want to be at a point where I can hire a maid, but yeah, we're not there yet. So, another thing you may not have noticed, I have a sense of humor. I do love to laugh. I love to make people laugh. I love to joke around. I can be dry, sense of humor, sarcastic, witty. I just like making people laugh. Another thing, I am a minister. I'm a minister at my church that I go to. I love my church. I go to New Birth Worship Center in Lancaster, Texas, and we actually have a Facebook page. And you may hear me preach sometimes. Go look on our Facebook page. It's awesome. I love the church I go to. They have been another part of my process in learning who I was and growing. My pastor is Pastor Eddie T. Fisher. My first lady, the first lady of the church, is Pastor Angela Fisher. And they are two important people to me in my life. And I tell people how important they are to me, because I'm very serious when I say that. I believe you should have God sends you people in your lives to help you, to develop you, and to grow you. And I've had wonderful friends and people around me that have helped me grow and develop. I've had a best friend that I've had for 20 plus years, Dolores, and she is one of the people that I hold on to. I know I'm naming a lot of names because I have people like Shaniqua, Lou, and Ashley. My sister's name is Tiffany. I'm going to quit now because they're going to get me, and I'm not sorry for doing that. So, as we're talking about this, let's get into some more things because I have some questions that people ask me, and I'll go ahead and answer them for you. Mirrorose Creations is my full-time business. I do not have another job outside of this. I do not do anything else outside of this besides be a parent, and that's it. This is my full-time business. This is my win or lose. I devote everything to it, and I make sacrifices for my business. So when I'm in business, I ask people to always take me seriously, especially if I'm going to be dealing with you as a customer. Because I think sometimes people think just because you have a home-based business, oh, well, she does it as a hobby. No, this is not a hobby. I do this full time. So yeah, that's like the first question. Another one is I'm former military. I was in the Air Force. I got out the Air Force on disability. I have been diagnosed with epilepsy and I have severe migraine. That's something a lot of people I don't expose and I don't tell is because I'm good. God has been keeping me, and I'm thankful for that. So it's not something that I'm not. You're never going to see me sick. You're never going to see me walk around sick. Yeah. That's one thing. So I don't do a lot of flashing lights. I am not the biggest person on social media because of that. I can't be in front of computers and everything for too long. So when I do something, I do it. I am trying to be more consistent with my channel, but that is a difficult task in its own because I am a one woman operation so far. My wording, anytime you see me post something on Instagram, um, that's my favorite social media outlet to use is Instagram. I have a Facebook business page, but Instagram is my favorite. So I asked if you want to know anything, go follow me on Instagram at myra.elo. So with that being said, my wording that I use is very important to me. Although I am a one-woman show, like I said earlier, I do everything. I handle all of it. I handle the business aspect. I handle the making of the cakes, the decorating, all that stuff. My daughter, sometimes she'll come in the kitchen and help me, but mainly I do every single thing. But my wording when I say we, and if some of you, like I said before, if you follow me on Instagram, you see that I put a post that said when I say we, I'm talking about me and my children, and I'm speaking into my future. I believe that your words are powerful. And whatever you want, if you put it into the atmosphere and you say it, that's what will become. I don't speak death over my life. I don't speak negativity over mine or my children's or people that I love and I consider close to me life. Um, I think that's a very important thing to learn to do. Society is so negative in general. I choose to always be positive, and I will get very testy with you when you start interrupting my positive because we have so much negative, especially with social media. Sometimes people feel that their opinion matters, and sometimes it just doesn't. So I am very protective of my surrounding, my space, and my headspace where I keep everything. So in regards to that, that's who I am on that aspect of the level. I am also a very direct person. I have been told I can be a little bit blunt. I am shy, but what comes out my mouth sometimes can seem harsh. So I have had to learn to soften my words and make sure that I'm not offending people when I say certain things. And I think that's a very important trait, especially if you're in business. There are some times where you have to be blunt and just straightforward, but there are other times where people that's not what they need in their life. And as a minister, that's where I learned that aspect right there. I don't mind being blunt. I am very just blunt and straightforward, and it's because in my mindset, that's just the way it is. But in other people's mindset, that's not necessarily where it is and how you explain it to them. So when I'm dealing with customers and I'm dealing with people, I've learned to be very compassionate, very considerate, and to have customer service, something that is lacking in our society today. It's a real problem. Sorry. This is my job. This is what I chose to do. So I take it very seriously. And treating people with less than respect is not the way to go. I don't care how I feel. I will always maintain a standard of business for people. So on the other, I'm sorry, I keep looking down because I actually have a paper here for questions and stuff. I've already told you my age. I've already told you my name. Um, People were asking me some talents, and I said some of my talents are I'm an artist. I do paintings, I do sculptures, I do different things like that. I like to sing. I kind of like doing a lot of other different things. I like actually messing with electronics and taking stuff apart and figuring out how to put it back together. It kind of gets you in trouble when you're younger. I was a tomboy growing up. I am just now really hitting that girly phase in my life. But I was a tomboy when I was growing up. And also, please excuse my voice. I am kind of losing my voice because of the weather. My voice will go in and out with allergies. So I do ask if my voice gives way. I do apologize in advance. I'll try to edit as much as I can if my voice gives way, but if I can't, I do apologize for it. The question I was asked is if I'm single. Yes, I am. Uh, I date with purpose. I'm waiting on God to send me my husband. So no, I'm just not a random dater. So that was another question that was asked. Another question. I don't reveal too much about my business. I think everything will reveal itself in due time. There are some questions that I just won't answer, and I do apologize for that. As for my channel, with my channel, I have I not only want to do just baking, but I've just decided to do some other content also that grows. But not only that, to help other people see, especially single parents, especially people that are starting out and feel like, oh my God, I can't do this. I have been doing Mirrarose creations for 9 years now. I started, you know what? No. Yes, 9 years now. I started back in 2009 baking and learning some things about it. I really stepped into deciding to do it when I walked away from my job and everything and doing it full time about 4 years, almost 4 years ago. And I tell people anything worth having, you're going to have to work for. There's something I've been working for a while now. And being a baker, if you're serious about this, it doesn't come easy. It doesn't come without work. It doesn't come without suffering. It doesn't come without disappointments. And you have to be ready for the disappointments. You have to be ready to pick up the sticks and keep getting back out there and going back out there to do it. And like I said, I've been doing this for a while now. And I'm still not on the level that I'm going to be on. And I still have to keep pushing to be on that level. So I decided to do my channel to encourage anybody else that's out there that is doing this and they feel like, oh, I should just give this up. I'm going to tell you now, don't give it up. Do not give it up. When you have your business, I think one of the smartest things I've ever heard and the wisest thing I've ever heard was coming from Steve Harvey. And he was talking about a plan A and how a lot of people create their plan B. Well, I was one of those people that also had a plan B. God had to push me to continue to work on my plan A because what was going to happen in my life was that I was going to be working in my plan B instead of my plan A. And God had to tell me to let my plan B go in order for my plan A, which is my business, to succeed. I tell people if you have multiple businesses in your mind, focus in on one because that one will lead you to open the door to multiple that you're looking for. So for my channel, I use it and I want to use it as a platform to encourage people to push with their business, to succeed beyond the limits that they think they can achieve. Another thing for me, God is first in my life. God has helped me get through a lot of my journey in this life. And like I tell people, I don't mind answering questions. I don't mind telling people a little bit about myself. But I am very strategic in everything that I do. And I believe in moving with a purpose. And that when you do something, you always move with a purpose and a plan ahead of you on why you're going to the next level that you're going to. My purpose in Rose Creations is to give you an insight and wisdom onto me, but not only that, to expand what I do out to others. Some other questions that I was asked is what's important to me. One of the main things that's important to me is God. That's first off. God is number one in my life. I think a lot of people, I know people have their different beliefs, but mine, and I ask people to always respect what I do and who I am, is God. God has, I don't think I could ever say enough about what he has done for me in my life. And then I'm a minister. Let's just put that out there again. So I don't think I could ever say enough of how thankful and how he gets all the glory for everything that has happened in my life. My other thing is family. I have a mom and a dad. I'm a daddy's girl. I'm a mama's girl too, but I'm a daddy's girl. My sister thinks she's a daddy's girl, but she's really not. I'm my dad's favorite out of all three of us. I have a brother and a sister, and I love my brother. Oh my goodness, I love my sister. We talk all the time. My brother, I'm actually going to be presenting some of his music on my channel. Music, I love music. Oh my goodness. Um, in the intro, that is one of my favorite songs, music. And I like listening to things that kind of just soothe and relax the mind. I like music. I like all types of music. Yeah, I like rock. I mean, I like all types of music, like seriously. um, Friends. I have friends who are more like family to me. Like I said earlier, I have a best friend that I've had for 20 plus years. I have another friend, Shaniqua. Dolores is my best friend. She's my sister. My kids call her auntie. Jessica's in Albuquerque. Shamika's in Tennessee. I mean, I have friends all around the world. I have another Shamika that's in Alabama. And people don't realize I take that very seriously, because if you have had some part in my life, I'm thankful for you. I am truly thankful, because I think people don't realize how important they are to someone. So it's so important to be present, but not only present, make sure you're being the best you can to people. So that's another thing. My family and my friends. I've already said my children. This is why I do what I do. They are they are number one. It's not very number one. They are number one. Um, I can't say enough. I think I'll showcase them. If you, like I said, if you follow me on YouTube, Instagram, you'll see my daughter. You'll see me post about my daughter and my son and everything, and you'll see what they do. So they are very important to me and what I do in my life and everything like that. I believe in encouraging them. People ask me, well, do you think your son and daughter would want to do this? I would hope that they would want to have some aspect of the business, but I am not necessarily raising them to do what I do. My daughter has her own dreams. My son has his own dreams, and I push them towards their dreams. Um, I believe it's important to push people where God would have them go and not where you desire for them to go. And that's something in my parenting style that I do. I learn to look at God when it comes to that and ask Him who they are, and He will lead them in the way that they should go. Not me saying, oh, well, you should do this, and I think you should do that. That's very important. As far as my channel, um, I'm so excited for 2019 because I have so much that I'm going to be adding to the channel that I want to do. I have not decided to be on a consistent basis with recording just yet, and that's because I am a one-woman show. I do everything. I do speak life and speak to my future, but at this moment in time, I'm the one that operates everything. I'm the one that's on my social media channel. I'm the one that's running the business, every aspect of it. My best friend, she comes in and she helps me as far as some business side and business relations. But other than that, I'm the one that does it. So I am not looking to say, oh, I'm going to record on this date or this date or this date until I'm able to do it. I don't like to put it out there and I'm not able to give you what I just said I was going to do. I am looking for excitement to increasing my channel, increasing my viewership, which will be exciting. I think I have like 26 viewers right now, which is good. Like I said, everybody, I celebrate the small things. I believe you should celebrate the small stuff. And if you're celebrating the small stuff, then you shouldn't have a problem, So I celebrate the small things. And even in business, the small steps, because when you're running a business, it's going to take time for growth, and it's going to take time to succeed to a certain level. Um, yeah, you have people that will succeed immediately, but what determines you doing this business and doing what you're doing is, can you get past the growing struggle and the growth stage that you're going to have in your business? So for my channel, I want to encourage people to keep pushing not if you're just baking, but in whatever you're doing, to keep pushing and having that growing stage and that growing channel. Even with YouTube, I don't expect to just blow up overnight. If God allows it, that is great. I will be so thankful for that. But if he doesn't, then I'm thankful for the growth, and I'm thankful for being able to be on that stage and everything like that. So that's one thing that I do want to keep encouraging people with my channel, with my business, and with what I do. I found out that sometimes people need an example, and if you happen to be that example, that's a great thing. They need to know that they're not in this alone, and they're not doing this alone, and that someone else has been in their shoes. So I do speak to people on that end. But other than that, I really do look forward to my channel growing. I look forward to everything that's coming for me in 2019. I don't believe in necessarily making New Year's resolutions. I believe in doing changes, life changes. When you make a resolution, you have the ability to break the resolution. But when you decide to change your mindset and how your mind operates and what your mind thinks, and you change your personality traits, you change your characteristics, you change things that you know that are bad habits into good habits, then that's the possibility of you keeping your goal for an extended period of time, and not just a short period of time. So I don't have any New Year's resolutions. I have changes that I'm going to be actively making and pushing towards, and making sure I'm developing good habits in my life. So that's what I'm doing for this new year. I hope it's what you're doing for this new year. I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank everybody that's in support of my channel, that's in support of Mirrarose Creation, my business. I am so excited for what the new year is about to bring. I ask that you share my page, you like and subscribe, and that you just continue to look forward to more content. You'll be seeing my children in some videos. You'll be seeing some organization. I have so much planned, and I'm so excited for you to be a part of it. I thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.